Yeah. This is the part nobody likes. The part where nobody gets to be innocent. I know what I did, I know what you did, and the hardest truth is, both exist. But don't confuse my accountability with your excuse. I know my mistakes, I know the damage I caused. I know there were moments where I wasn't who I should have been at all. I know I have my demons, I know I have my flaws. I know there were times my silence felt like a wall. And I'm sorry, not because I'm admitting defeat, but because I know there were people who deserve more from me. I wasn't perfect, I never claimed to be, but don't rewrite the story and make the villain out of me. Because before the fire, before the war, before the damage that we're counting now, there was a moment where you opened that door. It's duality. I can admit where I failed and still say you hurt me. Both can be true. I can carry my guilt and still carry your betrayal. I can understand your pain without accepting what you did. It's duality. It's the truth you don't want to hear. I can be wrong, and you can still be the reason that we ended up here. Yeah. You had pain you never told me. You had wounds you never shared. You expected me to understand what you never put in the air. How was I supposed to heal a wound you wouldn't reveal? How was I supposed to fix something you refused to let me feel? You waited until the breaking point, then handed me the blame, like I was supposed to read your mind and somehow know your pain. I wish I knew, I wish you spoke, I wish I saw the signs. But you can't punish somebody for the things they couldn't find. I'm sorry I wasn't there, I'm sorry I missed the signs. I'm sorry I couldn't see the storm behind your eyes. But understand this, your pain doesn't give you permission. Your suffering doesn't justify destroying my position. You can explain why you hurt me, you can tell me why you broke, but an explanation isn't the same thing as an excuse. And forgiveness isn't something you get to force. It's duality. I hear your side, I know your scars, but I live through mine. You remember your pain, I remember my wounds. And somewhere between the two, we lost the truth. Yes, duality. Two stories, one ending. Two people convinced they were the one defending. I didn't start this battle, I didn't ask for this war. I didn't wake up one morning wanting to settle the score. I wanted trust, I wanted loyalty, I wanted people who stay, not people who disappeared and return when they were ready again. But when you strike first, don't be surprised when I protect myself. Don't call it aggression when I finally defend myself. Don't call me heartless because I stopped bleeding for you. Don't call it cruelty when I'm finally seeing the truth. And maybe someday you'll admit what you did. Not because I need victory, not because I need you to live with it, but because the truth matters, because history matters, because people learn just moments when they don't flatter us. But here's where the difference is. I can say I was wrong without saying you were right. I can say I hurt people without saying I deserved it. I can say I have regrets without saying I regret surviving. Cause I refuse to let my mistakes become your weapon. I refuse to let my flaws erase your actions. I refuse to carry both sides of a war I didn't start. It's duality. I know what you did, I know what I did. I won't deny either, I won't rewrite it, I won't hide. But don't ask me to forgive what you refuse to acknowledge. Don't ask me to forget what you refuse to confront. I can understand you and still walk away. I can know your pain and still say you hurt me. Maybe someday you'll understand. Maybe someday you'll see. Maybe someday you'll admit you weren't the only one bleeding. But until then, I'll carry both truths. The person I was, the person I became, the pain I caused, the pain I survived. That is the difference. That is the duality.